guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a newborn's must-have. Now this video is one of my favorite videos, and I think every pregnant woman watches a ton of these videos, especially first-time moms, because it's so intimidating, all of the baby products that's out there, and you don't know what you really need and what you won't need, especially for my moms out there who's on a budget and you can't afford to buy everything and you don't know what to put on your registry and what to ask for. And I'm gonna tell you what you actually need today. My baby girl is actually 11 weeks. Now that she's getting out of that newborn phase, I definitely know now what I needed and what I didn't need. And I'm gonna try to go kind of fast because I don't want this video to be too long. If there are anything that you want to know in detail, definitely comment below and I will definitely respond. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need is something for your baby to sleep in because they spend a lot of time sleeping. Sorry if you hear like Google and goggling and cooing. My baby girl is sitting right here while I film my video. Mom life. One thing that you're definitely going to need is something for your baby to sleep on, and this depends on your plans for sleeping. You know, some people have their baby in a crib right when they get home. Some people have their baby in a bassinet, and the bassinet that I got is the Delta children's bassinet, and I love a lot of things from Delta, but this bassinet in particular I love because it is portable, so you can fold it up and then take it with you if you're, say, staying with a family member or anything like that, or traveling. Also, if I want to move her in a different room or anything like that, I can move the bassinet very easily. That bassinet is at a perfect price and it is good quality for how much you pay. One thing I would say to get definitely you need is a lounger. This is the lounger that we have, and I actually got this from Amazon. It's so like plush. It's like a nice stiff padding here that's really thick in the middle, and then here is really soft, like a really soft breathable cushion. If you put this in the bassinet or even in the crib, it'll make your baby feel a little bit more snug. When they're really tiny, you have them in this really big crib, it might feel a little too like vast and big for them. She loves that and she sleeps really well in that, and I actually got that later on in the game. I wish I would have got it before she was born or right when she was like brand new, because I just got that like 2 weeks ago, and it was because she was having trouble sleeping on her own. Like she wouldn't sleep unless she was like in my arms or like right next to me. A lot of moms said that they have that same problem, and how they fix it is making them feel more comfortable in their sleep space. I will definitely link it below because Blackout is really expensive and I'm not sure if you really need it because they have so much dupes and things like the one I just showed you, and it was like 40-50 bucks. It's the best purchase you'll make because when your baby sleeps well and is happy, you will be happy too. The next thing that you're definitely going to need is swaddles, and this also goes into sleeping. Swaddles are necessary for those first few weeks. She would not sleep if she was not swaddled or was not like tight in my arms, so definitely get some receiving blanket swaddles. But what I would suggest is a long stretchy swaddle, because depending on how big your baby is, like the regular receiving blankets, she grew out of those really fast and I couldn't swaddle her anymore. So yeah, but with the really big stretchy ones, you can actually swaddle a few different ways, and you have extra fabric to do more and cover more if you do have a baby that's on the bigger side, and those last longer because you can use those when they're newborn and like up until they're like 6 months, and like up until they're pretty much rolling over and you don't need swaddles anymore. So it makes more sense to invest in an actual good quality big stretchy swaddle. I will also suggest the zip up swaddles. For a minute, that's all she was sleeping. The other swaddles wasn't really doing it. My baby girl had a little bit of colic, so she actually hated being laid down on her back, and so I would have to, obviously when you swaddle them, you have to lay them down on the back. She would be really fussy, and that would make it even harder to swaddle her. So when I got the zip up swaddle, it like changed the game. It's so easy. You literally pop them in, zip it up, that's it, and they love it. Those are about like $30-40, but they're worth it. I guarantee you they're worth it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is sleepers and onesies. So a sleeper is what I would call like a jumpsuit. So like this is a little sleeper, and basically you'll pop her in it, and it covers like her arms and her legs, and you just zip it up. And basically this is like another layer to them until they know how to roll around and really like support themselves and their own body weight. You can't put sheets or blankets over them or in their cribs, so this keeps them warm during the night. You're definitely gonna need a lot of those because, you know, poop rockets happen. So I would say get a lot of those and get a lot of regular onesies, the ones that snap at the bottom. Depending on where you live, you might need short sleeve, you might need long sleeves, but just get a ton of those because poop rockets. And stock up on a few different sizes of onesies. She's been in 3-month onesies for about 3-4 weeks now, like a whole month. Basically when she hit 2 months, she was wearing 3-month clothes because she is on the bigger side. She is very long, so what happened was she can fit the onesie on top, but I couldn't snap it at the bottom because she's too tall. So definitely get a few different sizes. The next thing I want to talk about are swings and bouncers, but they're essential. I didn't think they were essential, and starting out I didn't know how much I would need them. You know, you definitely need something to put your baby in when you're taking a shower or just cooking dinner or, you know, cleaning up your house. You just need something to place them in. She's in her bouncer while I'm doing this video right in front of me. Swings, now I had the Mamaroo and it was gifted to me by a friend. Now that she's bigger, she actually really appreciates the swing and the different settings and stuff like that, and the bouncer. But I would definitely say that is an essential. Not the Mamaroo exactly, but some type of swing, whatever works for you. I do like the Mamaroo, but I don't because it's just, I'd rather you get this one because it is more portable, and when you're postpartum and you're still healing, it's hard to lift things up. So what I found was when I needed to go in the kitchen and do something and I had to drag the Mamaroo to the kitchen, it was really heavy, and I don't really think that one is meant to like move around. You can move it around, but it's hard to do, especially when you're postpartum. Next thing that is an essential is a carrier. I have 2 different ones. I have this one, and this one buckles in and it kind of like snaps in and it's more heavy duty, and that one me and my husband can use very easily. It's pretty much self-explanatory, but it doesn't give them that snug feeling, you know, like the wrap one. I got this one from Amazon for 30 bucks and I love it. It's amazing. It's a really stretchy long piece of fabric, and basically you wrap it around you so you can carry the baby. This one helps so much. That's like my secret weapon. That's my secret weapon for when she's acting a little fussy at night and she doesn't want to fall asleep, and you know I have stuff to do and stuff like that. I usually just pop her in there, have her close to me, and she knocks out and then I'm able to put her down to sleep. But the warmth from your body and the snug feeling of kind of like the swaddle material of the carrier really helps them to soothe and fall asleep. So I think that's a must-have. Also, it helps a lot if you are like a solo mom, because I'm not a single mom, but I'm a solo mom. So because my husband is in the military, so a lot of the times I don't have a lot of help, and so I have to do a lot by myself. That allows me to get a lot done. The next thing I would say, which I was not ready for this one, okay? And I did not know I would need this one as much as I did. So it is blackout curtains and a dimming light. Some babies can sleep through anything, like they can literally sleep through a hurricane, and some babies like it to be quiet, white noise, dark, and then they knock out. Like any like loud sounds or anything like that, they just wake right up. And my baby is that baby. Like she just is so particular about falling asleep. So every single nap time I have to shut the drapes, put on the white noise and everything. Having blackout curtains really make a difference. So you are going to need different brands of wipes, different brands of bottles, and different brands of diapers, because not everything works out. You just don't know. God bless you. You just don't know how your baby will react to them. My baby has very sensitive skin, so I did change her wipes first few weeks, and then she got a diaper rash, and I felt so bad, and I was like, how does this happen? But I noticed it happened whenever I use those wipes in particular. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend some water wipes. I love these. These are amazing. They're mostly water. They're a water-based wipe. They have like 1% of like fruit extract. So basically I use these for her diaper changes, right, mama? And I use these to wipe her hands throughout the day because she puts her hands in her mouth a lot. If she's a little spit up somewhere, like, you know, you can use them for a lot of things. I also use them to like wipe my hands off if I get like something in my hands. The next thing is bottles. And one bottle that I would recommend definitely is the Nook bottles. So these bottles my baby liked, and she likes this nipple because she also likes pacifiers with that type of nipple. But basically that nipple is the shape of their mouth already, but that one is also supposed to be good for like when their teeth develop. Get a few different brands because you never know what your baby will like. The next thing you're gonna need is a breast pump. Now I recommend this breast pump, which is the Spectra 2. And this breast pump just made everything so much easier for me. First of all, you can pump both breasts at the same time. It's great. And make sure you check with your insurance because a lot of insurance will actually pay for your breast pump. So definitely check with your insurance about that. One thing that you need, sis, you need, especially if you're breastfeeding, is a haka. Get a haka. Get a haka. I had like an overflow of milk, like an oversupply. So what happened was my baby was only nursing on one boob and then she was good. Like I couldn't get her to latch onto the other one even. Like she was just done. So I was like, okay, maybe she had enough. And turns out, yeah, I have an oversupply. So what I would do is basically feed her from one breast and put the haka on the other while I'm feeding her. This is a haka. Sorry, it has milk in it. I just use it and don't have time to clean it out. Anyway, this is a haka, and basically you put your breast in here and then you push it, and then it basically creates a suction that pulls the milk out of your breast. So you just pop it on and leave the suction on, and you don't even have to touch it. It just drags the milk out of your breast. Next thing is bath time. A tub. You need a tub or like something to prop up your baby to wash them. At first, of course, when they're newborn, you really only need to sponge bathe them until their umbilical cord falls off. But right after that, you're gonna need some place to wash them. Some people traditionally just wash them in the sink, and that's fine if you want to do that. But for me, I needed something with a little bit more support. So I got this tub from Target. You can use this tub in your actual tub, like in the bathroom, or you can pop it on your kitchen sink. And also for postpartum, I would recommend something like that, you can pop on the sink, but that will support your baby in the sink, because getting down on your knees and bending over and hunching over a tub is kind of hard to do when you're freshly postpartum. So I would suggest standing up in front of a sink. Another thing you're gonna need for bath time is some body wash and shampoo and body lotion for the baby. And the one I love to use is the Dove one for sensitive skin, because as I told you, she does have sensitive skin, and I just think this one works best. It doesn't have all the fragrance and all the extra stuff in it, and her skin just responds well to it. When she was first born, she had a lot of flaky, dry skin like most newborns, and this one really helped to soothe her skin. So I would definitely recommend the Dove sensitive line. The next thing I would suggest is Aquaphor. You need Aquaphor. You need Aquaphor, okay? So this, get it, because you will use this for everything. First, I needed it for her dry hands and feet. Like I said, when she was a newborn, she had really dry hands and feet that were really flaking and stuff like that. So I would put Aquaphor on her hands and her feet after she got out the bath. Also, some of her diaper changes, I would use it for her diaper changes, and when she has like just dry spots, if they have eczema or whatever, you can just use it on everything, you know what I mean? So definitely have some Aquaphor it's great. You can also use regular Vaseline. The next thing you're gonna need is a bunch of washcloths. Get a bunch of them. Get all of them that you see. Get all of them, okay? Because you'll need a bunch of them. For me personally, when I really don't know if a lot of people do this, but you know, my family does this, and so it was passed down to me to do this. But for her diaper changes, when she poops, most of the time I just use soap and water and a washcloth and actually wash her bum. And this helps her not to have diaper rashes. And you'll also need a washcloth to wash her face, to wash her body, wash her bum. You'll need a whole bunch of washcloths. So just get a whole bunch of washcloths. The next thing you're gonna need is gas drops and gripe water. I would suggest it for every mom, even though you never really know if your baby will have a problem with gas or not. When they are small, it's just hard for them to digest things properly. It's hard for them to push gas out, to learn how to poop. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with their tummy. They're learning how to use it for the first time. So I would recommend the gas drops and the gripe water. My baby girl had colic, so it definitely helped us. And if you want me to make a video for babies with like acid reflux, silent reflux, gas problems, definitely let me know, because we went through a whole thing with that, and now she's a happy baby. For this almost whole video, she's sitting here just having fun in her chair and just playing, and she's amazing. And so she's a lot happier now that she doesn't have a gas problem. Definitely speak to a pediatrician first before you give your baby anything. Another thing that I would suggest is backup formula. You need backup formula. You need backup formula. You need backup formula. Backup formula is basically, if you have problems with breastfeeding, I don't have anything against people who use backup formula. Also, you might need to supplement. Also, one day you might, like, say you get sick and you're in the hospital, you didn't have time to pump or anything. If you have any like postpartum problems and you need to go back to the doctor before you can even start a stash, and you need to be away from your baby for hours and someone else has to watch them, like, I just think it's good to have backup formula on hand, whether that be a natural organic formula or Enfamil or Similac, like whatever you choose to have for your baby. I would just suggest backup formula just in case anything happens. You never know. Next thing I want to talk about is diaper rash cream. You will need diaper rash cream, and don't feel bad if your baby gets a rash. You are not a bad mom. I was feeling like I'm like sort of a like type A, like perfectionist. I felt so bad when my daughter got her first diaper rash, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? I thought I was doing everything right. And what I would say is use a little bit of diaper rash cream every single time that they have a diaper. Also, let the baby's diaper air out. When I change her diaper, most of the times through the day, I'll do some like bicycles with her, and also to help with the gas, and I'll leave her diaper off so, you know, she gets a little bit of air there. The diaper rash cream that I like to use is Desitin. I've tried pretty much every diaper rash cream, and some of them don't, I don't know, the Dr. Budextros or whatever, I'll put a picture of it here. I don't really like that because it's really thick and it's hard to get off their diaper. Desitin is fine, it's cheap, it's fine. Okay, next thing that I would suggest is a brush. A lot of babies get cradle cap. My baby, I still don't know if it's cradle cap or just dry scalp, but it's not that bad. But I still do like to use a brush when I'm shampooing her hair to just get all of the flakes out, and I would definitely suggest. They have one that's specifically made for cradle cap, and it's like $3 at Target. So easy to use when you're shampooing them. Just, you know, go in circular motion. Definitely more common than you think. So even if you think that your baby might not get cradle cap, they probably will. So just have it on standby. The next and last thing I'm going to say is get a caddy, get a diaper caddy. The diaper caddy is this thing, and basically I have a lot of stuff in here, and I keep it right there by my bed. So at night when I'm changing her diapers, when she wakes up for a feed or anything, I have everything I need right here. I don't have to go all the way to her nursery to get things. Like, I just have everything I need right here, and I just keep diapers in it, diaper wipes, some diaper rash cream, hand sanitizer, a little snack, and some water. You know, you're gonna need a lot of water if you are breastfeeding and things like that. I keep Gripe water in here. I definitely suggest this because postpartum is really tough and you're not gonna feel like moving around and walking from room to room. It just made everything a lot easier. But one more thing. Coconut oil. I have a baby with dry skin, so coconut oil really came in handy. After her baths, I would put lotion on her and I would put a little bit of coconut oil all over her or on her dry patches. I also use coconut oil in her hair, and this is pretty much the only hair product I use on her right now. It's really for everything, but that's the only thing I put in her hair right now to keep it moisturized, because Johnson & Johnson, I gotta find a new baby shampoo because the Johnson & Johnson shampoo, it's just not it. It makes her hair so dry. I just don't like it. I wouldn't recommend that one. I feel like I forgot something. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments below. This video is long enough. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I'm so happy I got to do this video. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below. And of course, I will link all of my recommendations down below. Congratulations if you're watching this and you're having a baby. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today, and I'll see you guys next time.